Listen. Can you hear it? The wind sweeping across the white plains. The hush of snow drifting like feathers. The gentle groan of distant glaciers shifting in their ancient sleep. Now, take a breath, a long, deep breath, and close your eyes. Tonight, you are not who you were today. Tonight, you are a penguin. Not just any penguin, but you, a quiet little soul wrapped in downy feathers, tucked into a colony of thousands, all dreaming together on the frozen edge of the world. Welcome to Antarctica. This is your home, a place where the sky is as wide as forever and the sun hangs low like a sleepy eye, where silence is deep but never empty. There are always whispers of wind, of wars, of other penguins moving slowly through the snow. If this story brought you a moment of peace, we'd appreciate a like. To join us on future journeys, please consider subscribing to the channel. It begins with warmth, a soft, living warmth wrapped around you like the sea once did before the land froze beneath your tiny feet. It pulses and shifts, feathers brushing feathers, breath drifting across your side like steam over morning snow. You are not alone. You never are. Even here on the edge of the world, where the air is sharp as broken glass and the sky sits heavy with pale clouds, there is closeness, togetherness. You are part of the huddle, a circle, a family, a moving, sleeping, breathing mass of penguins, all pressed into one another in the dark hours of the long night. There is no daybreak the way you once knew it, only the slow return of light, stretching across the sky like a whisper after a long silence. The wind has quieted. It howled all night, racing across the flat white plain, tossing icy grains like stars. But now, as light begins to creep back across the world, there is peace. You breathe in. The air is cold, clean, a mix of sea salt and snow. It wakes you gently from dreams. Dreams of deep water, of silver fish flashing through shadow, of floating through currents without effort or thought. You shift your body slightly, careful not to disturb those nearest you. Your feathers are thick and waterproof, but it's the shared body heat that protects you best. In this land, warmth is the rarest treasure, and it is a gift only given when others are near. Slowly, gently, the huddle begins to loosen. You hear the soft scrape of claws on ice, the muted shufflings of hundreds of penguins, stirring, blinking against the pale light. A few give soft, throaty calls, not loud but enough to say, "I'm here. I'm waking. You too?" Your eyes open. The sky above is a gentle watercolour of grey and gold. The ice reflects it like glass, casting the colours in every direction. The air hums with quiet. You stretch your neck upward, slowly. First one flipper, then the other. The stiffness of sleep fades as you roll your shoulders and press your webbed feet into the snow, adjusting your stance. Your muscles warm as you move, small and sturdy, made for cold, for walking, for swimming through worlds that lie beneath. A gust of wind brushes your feathers. It slips between the stones nearby, circles your colony, then moves on. It's not cruel, not like last night, just a reminder. The cold is never far. Others are fully awake now. Some are calling. Some are already waddling away from the huddle toward the long stretch of ice that leads to the sea. You watch them with interest, your head tilting from side to side as they pass. A young chick stumbles near you, still fuzzy with down, following its parent closely. The adult clicks softly and guides the chick back to the safe edge of the huddle. They'll stay here today. It's not time for them to venture out yet. But you feel the hunger in your belly. It's not urgent, not painful, but it is there. A gentle emptiness that nudges you forward. The sea is calling. Far away, across the glittering white, it waits. Blue and deep, filled with food, with motion, with the cool grace of water. You lift one foot, then the other. Your first waddling steps feel awkward, as always, but steady. You've done this many times. The rhythm is slow but sure. Left foot, right foot, a slight sway of your body to keep balance. The ground is uneven, packed down by hundreds of feet but softened by shifting snow. You step over a ridge of ice, pause to shake off a clump that clings to your belly feathers, then continue. Others join you. You don't speak, not the way humans do. But you share this moment, this movement. Together, without needing to ask, you begin the march to the sea. The sun hangs low, as if sleepy still. It casts long shadows that stretch behind you, like silent ghosts. The air sparkles with frozen mist. In the distance, you hear the creak of moving ice, the low rumble of something ancient stirring below the surface. And still, you walk. Sometimes the wind picks up and you lower your head into it, letting your body brace against the cold. Sometimes the path grows steep or cracked, and you pause to belly slide, arms tucked close, gliding forward with a push of your feet. It is quiet, but never silent. The snow talks beneath your feet. The wind speaks in your ears. The ice shifts and cracks, groaning in its ancient tongue. And above, a lone seabird cries out, its voice trailing on the wind like a ribbon. You watch it for a moment, then move on. The sea is near now. You can smell it. The clean, sharp scent of salt and water mixed with the earthy, fishy breath of the ocean. It wraps around you like memory, familiar and comforting. A few more steps, then the land drops gently, and there it is. The sea, dark blue, almost black near the edge, white foam licking against the ice, gentle waves slapping the shore in rhythm. It looks cold. It is cold, but not to you. To you, it is home. You pause at the edge, your flippers tucked close. You feel your chest rise and fall. You listen to the water's song. You are ready. You take a final breath and leap. You dive headfirst into the water. For one brief second, the cold shocks you, icy fingers wrapping around your body, pressing into every feathered fold. But then, release. Freedom. Your body slices through the waves with effortless grace. Above, the world is wind and ice and shadow. But below, it is blue. Deep, endless blue. The water cradles you, lifts you, spins you. You are no longer a small shape waddling across frozen plains. Here, you are something more. A dancer, a hunter, a shadow moving beneath the surface. You flap your flippers in slow strokes and gliding forward like an arrow through silence. No waddling here, no slipping, no awkward movements, just flow. The light from above slants into the water in golden ribbons, bending and swaying like seaweed. You chase the lines, diving deeper where they grow dim, then rise again toward the glow near the surface. Every movement is effortless, smooth, precise. There are others around you now. You glimpse their shapes darting in and out of the gloom. Fellow penguins, friends, strangers. None of you speak. You don't need to. The water is your shared language. A turn of the body, a shift in direction, a streak of bubbles, and you understand. You glide past a forest of icy boulders, scattered like sleeping giants on the ocean floor. Soft fronds of kelp wave lazily around them, and tiny bubbles rise in spirals toward the sky. Then, motion, a flicker in the corner of your vision. Small, fast, silver. Fish. Your body reacts before you think. You twist sharply and dart forward, flippers pulling, belly tight, head down. A school of silver fish scatters as you approach. Tiny, glinting like coins. You shoot through the middle, jaws snapping, catching one, then another. The taste is fresh, cold, clean. The hunger in your belly quiets slightly. You pause for breath and rise quickly toward the surface. Your beak breaks the water with a quiet plip. The world above is blinding for a moment. The sun has risen higher, casting a golden haze across the sky. You bob for a moment, drifting, your eyes blinking in the light. Behind you, the ice cliffs gleam white and blue. Ahead, endless ocean. You dive again. Down here, it's like flying. Every motion can push you farther. You chase the fish, not out of desperation, but because it's what you're meant to do. This is your ritual, your rhythm. You are part of a cycle that's older than the ice itself. You hunt with focus, but also with wonder. Sometimes you pause to watch the light bend through the water. Sometimes you follow the strange shadows of jellyfish drifting like pale ghosts. Sometimes you simply glide, letting the currents carry you, weightless and free. There are dangers too. Shadows larger than you, far beneath. You keep to the middle depths, watchful, wise. Hours pass, though you do not count them. Only the heaviness in your belly tells you it is time. You have eaten your fill. The fish were plentiful today. The krill moved in dense clouds, and you swam through them like a needle through thread. Now, the cold begins to seep in. Not deeply, just enough to say, go home. You surface again. The waves lap gently around you. The ice cliffs loom near once more. You turn your body toward the land. With a final push, you swim to the edge. Clambering from water to land is never graceful, but it is familiar. You dig your claws into the icy ledge, kick your feet, and pull yourself up. Water pours from your feathers in rivulets. The wind greets you again, sharp and brisk. But your body is built for it. Your thick coat traps warmth close. Your belly is full. You are strong. You stand for a moment, catching your breath. Behind you, the sea murmurs. Ahead, the path to the colony. You begin the march again. The land stretches wide and white before you. The snow crunches beneath your feet. Other penguins walk beside you, some just leaving, others returning like you. There is no rush, no need to hurry. Each step is a return to something known. Your body moves in rhythm. Waddle, step, slide, repeat. You feel the sun on your back. A breeze touches your face and carries the sounds of distant calls, soft and scattered across the plains. As you walk, your thoughts drift. To the sea, to the warmth of the huddle, to the crackling patterns of snow under your toes, and to the quiet joy of being here. There is no need for more. This is your life, your day. The sea feeds you. The land shelters you. The colony surrounds you. You belong. As you draw near the cliffs again, you pause. One more look over your shoulder. The sea sparkles. Waves rise and fall like gentle breathing. In the distance, another penguin leaps from the water and lands with a splash. You watch. You smile, at least in the way penguins do. And then you continue home. The climb back up the icy slope is slow. Your belly is heavy with fish, your feathers damp and slick with salt. Every step back toward the colony feels deliberate, less a march now and more a gentle winding down. You pause partway up the slope and shake yourself, casting droplets into the air. They catch the light and glitter like stars before falling silently to the snow. The air smells different up here, less of salt, more of wind and rock. You breathe it in slowly, in and out, letting it fill your lungs, clearing away the chill that clings after hours in the sea. Somewhere behind you, waves crash against the ice, but ahead, the land stretches flat and pale, a great white sheet broken only by ridges of drifted snow and the distant rise of your colony. The sun hangs higher now, pale but bright. It does not warm the way it might in other places, but it shines just enough to make the snow sparkle and the sky bloom into soft shades of blue and ivory. You begin moving again. Your belly is full. You feel heavy, but not tired. Not yet. Each step brings you closer to the others. You hear them now. Faint calls carried on the breeze. Some are sharp like laughter. Others are low and murmuring, voices of comfort and rest. Your flippers swing gently at your sides as you waddle, the movement calming. Left foot, right foot, step and slide. You follow the faint grooves left by earlier penguins, paths worn into the snow by 1,000 tiny journeys. Around you, the landscape shifts subtly. What once was open becomes familiar. A shallow ridge marks the place where young ones play. A twisted block of ice you always pass on the way home. You know this land like you know your own body. Every slope, every silence. A figure moves ahead of you, an older penguin, slower than most. Its feathers are speckled with frost, and its flippers droop slightly. You fall in behind it, keeping respectful distance. You do not rush. There is time. The ice crunches beneath your feet. Above, clouds drift lazily, casting soft shadows over the snow. The wind is steady now, not harsh, just present, a quiet companion. You reach a wide plateau of flat-packed snow and pause again. This is where the colony begins. Not with buildings or walls. Penguins have no need for such things, but with presence, with sound, with scent, with familiarity. You smell them before you see them. Warm feathers, old fish, the faint musk of nesting stones. It is a scent that means home. Then you hear them. Not the distant calls you heard before, but the real chorus, close and full. Thousands of voices lifted together in greeting, gossip, lullaby, warning. It rises and falls like wind through branches. You step forward into it. The colony surrounds you, a vast living tapestry of black and white and grey. Penguins shuffle past in every direction, some calling, some silent, some resting on their bellies or tending small fluffy chicks. You move through them carefully, respectful of space. You nod to a familiar face, a friend from last year's migration. She nods back. No need for words. Your spot is near the base of a tall outcrop of rock, sheltered from the worst winds, but with a clear view of the sea. You waddle toward it, stepping over a patch of slushy snow, then lower yourself gently onto your belly. The ground is cold but steady. You tuck your flippers close and breathe. Now you rest. Time passes differently here. There is no clock to tick, no bell to ring. Only the rhythm of the colony, the hush of snow falling, the crackle of distant ice. You watch the young ones practicing their waddles, slipping and laughing. You see a parent feeding a chick, beaks touching gently. You hear a lull in the wind, and for a moment, true stillness. Your eyes begin to drift closed. But then, movement. You lift your head, eyes narrowing. Just beyond the nearest ridge, a group of penguins is gathering at the water again. They stand close, heads tilted toward the sea. Some are going for a second dive. The idea calls to you. You feel the water still lingering on your feathers. You remember the way it felt, the weightlessness, the speed. You rise, slowly, calmly. You step away from your spot and make your way down the slope once more. You are not alone. Several others waddle beside you, some young, eager, some older, deliberate. None of you speak. You don't need to. You all feel it. The call of the sea, the deep echo of something ancient. A second dive, not for food this time, but for joy. You reach the edge again. The water is darker now. The light slants from a new angle, casting long shadows across the waves. The wind has picked up slightly, tugging at your feathers. You hesitate, just for a moment, then leap, splash. Once more, the cold wraps around you, but this time it is familiar, welcoming. You dive deep, twisting your body, spinning, not chasing, not fleeing, just moving, just being. You turn upside down, bubbles trailing behind you. You swim sideways, letting the light shimmer over your belly. Others dart around you, silent silhouettes in the deep. You pass close, exchange glances, spin together in lazy loops. A single jellyfish floats past, its tendrils pulsing. You give it wide berth, but admire the way it moves, slow and glowing. Here, there is no fear, no hunger, only motion, only peace. You stay down longer this time. You swim farther, trusting your body, trusting the sea. The world above fades into silence. Only the current speaks now. Eventually, your lungs whisper that it is time. You rise slowly, not rushing. Let the light return one ribbon at a time. You surface. The sky is changing. Hints of gold now curl along the horizon. The sun is beginning its descent. Evening approaches. You turn toward the cliffs once more, and this time you truly go home. Evening edges closer, soft and glowing. But before you return to your quiet place on the rock, your body sends one final signal, a gentle reminder, a memory of movement, of chasing, of catching, of hunger satisfied. You dive again. Not as quickly this time, not with the same urgent energy. This time it is slow, smooth, a return. The sea embraces you as before, cold and clear, familiar. Your flippers beat in slow rhythm. You move like a shadow through the water. You are not alone. Dozens of others swim nearby, some just below the surface, some deeper, darker, barely visible. But you sense them, feel their presence through the ripples, the currents, the patterns of bubbles they leave behind. Together you glide. There is no leader, no plan, but still you move as one. Below you, something stirs, a shimmer, a flicker of light on hundreds, thousands of scales. Krill. They drift in dense clouds, pulsing and twisting in patterns too complex to follow. They rise and fall like dust in a beam of sunlight, weightless and infinite. You angle your body down. Your beak opens, and the feast begins. You swim directly into the cloud of krill. They scatter for a moment, tiny pink shapes moving as one, but many are not fast enough. You snap and swallow. The texture is delicate, fleeting. The taste, salty, slightly sweet, familiar. You do not need to think. Your body knows what to do. Chase, turn, snap, swallow, again and again. Sometimes you flip over mid-dive, belly upward, to catch the krill above you. Other times you coast through the thickest parts, mouth open, letting them flow in. You eat until your belly is warm again. Around you, others feast too. You pass close to another penguin, flippers brushing briefly as you dive in opposite directions. No collision, just shared space, shared rhythm. The krill cloud shifts. You follow. Then new shapes. Silver, sleek, fast, fish. Their bodies flash as they twist through the water. They are quicker than krill, sharper in movement, more challenging. You rise slightly, then dive again. Faster this time. Focused. You pick one, just one, and chase. It darts left. You follow. It dives. So do you. Your body curves in a perfect arc. Flippers tight against your sides. Closer. Closer still. Snap. You catch it. A rush of satisfaction. Your belly is full again, but this is not about hunger now. This is about instinct, the thrill of the chase, the wild joy of being exactly what you are. You let the fish settle in your belly and swim a lazy loop, exhaling a stream of tiny bubbles that drift upward like pearls. Far above, the light is dimming. You swim toward it. As you rise, the water grows colder again. The pressure lessens. The blue turns paler, greener, touched by gold. You break the surface with a soft splash. The sky is a painting. Sunset colours blooming across the horizon. Rose, lavender, deepening blue. The wind has calmed. The waves are small, rhythmic. You float for a moment, letting your body rest, drifting gently on the surface. Others bob near you. Some call softly. A few preen their feathers, shaking water from their wings. It is a quiet, shared stillness. You dive one final time, not for food, not for motion, just to feel the water around you once more. You sink slowly, watching the light fade behind you. Your heartbeat slows. Your thoughts drift like the krill you chased earlier. Below, it is darker now. Quiet. Still. You close your eyes for just a moment, hovering in place. Your body buoyant. Your mind empty. Then you rise. Back to the surface. Back to the fading day. Back to the ice. You swim to the edge. Muscles steady but relaxed. You reach the shore. Dig in your claws and heave yourself up once more. Your feathers drip. Your breath puffs in small clouds. You shake off the water and begin the final walk home. Now there is no hunger, no restlessness, only the gentle pull of evening. Only the memory of a full belly, of water flowing past, of fish and krill and movement. You walk slowly. Above, the first stars appear, tiny white specks in a wide blue-purple sky. The snow crunches beneath your feet. The sea behind you sighs. And ahead, your colony, your place, your rest. The return is quieter, not just because the wind has gentled or the waves have faded, but because something inside you has stilled. You have swum, you have eaten, you have chased the glinting silver through silent waters and felt your feathers ripple in the current's cold embrace. Now, your belly is full, your flippers are tired, but not sore, and the rhythm of the day is beginning to slow. The snow crunches beneath your feet once more. You have pulled yourself from the sea, shaken off the chill, and begun the walk back across the ice. The same path you took hours ago, but now different. More golden, more muted, as if the world is exhaling with you. Ahead, the colony rises like a dark living wave upon the ice. You can already hear it. Softer than earlier, but still vibrant. Low murmurs, gentle clicks, a few scattered squawks echoing into the open air. You walk with others. Some are returning, like you. Others are just arriving for the first dive of the evening, late and eager. You pass each other without pause, each on your own small mission, each part of a greater rhythm. The ice feels firmer now. The air thinner. You breathe slowly, letting each breath expand into your chest, your throat, your beak. You pass the boulder marked by black stains from many seasons of nesting. You recognize the smooth curved ridge of ice where the snow always melts a little faster. Familiar shapes, the landmarks of a life lived in one place. And then your rock, your resting spot, tucked against a jutting cliff face, sheltered on three sides. No one else has claimed it today. You shuffle toward it, stepping carefully around a patch of loose snow, and settle your body down onto its cold, rough surface. You fold your flippers close, tuck your feet beneath your belly, and rest. The cold stone presses against you, but it does not bother you. It reminds you of the land itself, ancient, unmoving, a part of something vast. Your feathers fluff slightly, trapping the warmth you've earned today. You tilt your beak down and breathe slowly. All around you, the colony slows. Voices fall into a hush. Even the wind seems to pause. A young chick toddles nearby, clumsy and wide-eyed. Its parent calls gently, a soft sound like rain on canvas. The chick chirps in reply and waddles toward the sound. You watch, eyes half closed. The sky is still light, but the sun has sunk lower. It skims the edge of the world now, casting long shadows over the ice. A warm glow stretches across the horizon, streaking the snow in gold and orange and rose. It's the kind of light that touches everything gently. Even the hardest stone seems softer beneath it. A soft breeze brushes your cheek. You blink slowly. The scent of the sea lingers in your nostrils, fading now, overtaken by the cool purity of the ice, the faint musk of feathers, the earthy smell of snow. This is the quiet part of the day, not quite night, but close. You rest your beak gently against your chest. You don't sleep. Not yet, but you close your eyes. For now, there is nothing to do. No fish to chase, no water to dive into, no path to follow. Just this stillness, this breath. A gentle clack of stone on stone breaks the silence. A nearby penguin is arranging pebbles around their nesting place. Meticulous, slow. Each stone chosen with care. You watch without turning your head. It's soothing somehow. That soft clack, clack, clack. Somewhere in the distance, ice shifts. A long groan rises across the landscape, like the land itself is sighing. You don't startle. You know that sound. You've heard it since you were new to the world. It means the ice is alive, changing, just like you. Another breeze stirs your feathers, lifting them slightly. You shake once, a full body twitch that sends a few lingering drops of water from your last dive scattering into the air. Then you're still again. You could sleep now, but not just yet. You are waiting for the light to fade just a little more, for the stars to blink into view, for the quiet to deepen. You remember your first return, when you were young, how the path from the sea seemed endless, how the cold bit deeper back then. But now you walk it without fear. Now it feels like part of you, just as the sea does, just as the colony does. You close your eyes again, just for a moment. The stone beneath you holds your weight. The air is still. Even the calls of the others fade into a gentle background lullaby. You feel your breath, slow and calm. You feel your heart, steady and strong. And you feel safe. Soon the huddle will form again. Soon the last of the stragglers will return. The stars will shine. The cold will creep in, and warmth will come from closeness, from feathers against feathers, from shared sleep. But for now, you are alone. Not lonely, just alone and whole. You open your eyes one last time. The sky is violet now, deep and soft. The edge of the sun is gone, leaving only a trace of fire along the ice. The first star twinkles above the cliffs. You breathe in and begin to settle into the night. You stir again, just as the last golden edge of sun melts behind the icy hills. The moment before, full night is gentle, a quiet pause between breath and sleep. But you are not ready to sleep just yet. You rise from your resting place, your body still warm, your limbs rested just enough to move once more. A small breeze carries the sounds of the colony to you. Low clicks, soft warbles, the occasional bark-like call from a young male trying out his voice. The air smells different now. No longer sharp with salt water or bright with sunlight. Now it is the scent of feathers, of stones, of snow packed down by 1,000 tiny feet. You walk, not far, not fast, just a wander through the familiar. You step around the nesting boulders near the edge of your rock. Several are already surrounded by carefully gathered pebbles, smooth, flat, each one placed with intention. Some penguins are still adding to their nests, picking over the ground for just the right stone. Others guard their spots fiercely, flapping their wings when another waddles too close. A young couple leans into each other, rubbing beaks in slow, affectionate movements. You pause to watch them, then move on. You are not nesting this season, but their quiet connection fills the air with something soft and sweet. You pass a cluster of chicks, fuzzy and grey, gathered near the centre of the colony. They totter on uncertain feet, fluff wobbling as they chase one another in wide, unsteady circles. They fall often, squeaking in protest, then scramble upright again, undeterred. A larger chick tries to flap its underdeveloped wings and launches itself an inch into the air before landing in a puff of snow. Its parents click and coo encouragement. Proud and patient, you remember when you were that small. The taste of your parents' beak as they fed you. The way the world seemed so vast. Even the nearest ridge felt like a mountain. Back then, every shadow was a mystery. Every crack in the ice a story. Now the colony is your world. You know its corners, its rhythms, the voices that rise in harmony and those that rise in warning. You keep walking, stepping lightly over ridges of snow that have been packed and cracked by days of traffic. The stars above have multiplied, scattered like glitter across the velvet sky. You pause and look up. There are no buildings here, no lights, only stars. They seem impossibly far, impossibly bright. But you do not fear the darkness. Darkness here is alive. It hums with breath and rustle, with feathers brushing feathers, with the soft warmth of 1,000 bodies nearby. You come to the edge of the colony, the outer circle where only a few stand guard or wander like you. There is quiet here, a space between the busyness of the day and the stillness of the night. Beyond this ridge, the world falls away into open snow. You stand for a long moment, staring into that space, into nothingness, into the endless stretch of white and ice and silence. You know what lies beyond it. The hills where the wind sings louder, the cracks in the ice where the old snow groans, the cliffs where seabirds cry and eggs sometimes roll too far. But here, in this moment, you are simply watching. The stars shine overhead. The wind brushes gently past. And behind you, the colony hums like a heartbeat. You turn back. The slope you walked down earlier now rises ahead. You climb it slowly, letting the movement warm you again. It's not exhausting, just steady. You pause again near the young penguins. One of them waddles close to you, curious. Its eyes are wide, blinking slowly. It chirps once, a high-pitched, squeaky sound. You lower your head slightly in greeting. It chirps again, then stumbles and flops onto its belly, feet splayed behind. It looks at you, and if you could laugh, you might. But instead, you offer a slow blink. A shared moment, a wordless, quiet acknowledgement. The chick's parent calls from across the colony. It chirps once more and waddles away, leaving small imprints in the snow. You return to your place by the cliff. Others are gathering now, forming into tighter groups. The temperature is dropping. You feel it in your beak, in your toes, in the way the air changes from cool to cold. But the cold doesn't scare you. The cold is what shaped you. What made you strong? What made this place your home? A penguin nestles beside you, fluffing its feathers. Another soon joins, pressing close. No one speaks. But slowly, the warmth spreads. passed from one to another, flipper to flipper, side to side. You are part of the huddle once again. All around you, penguins shift closer. You feel a flipper brush yours, a belly against your back, a heartbeat close enough to feel in your bones. The colony breathes as one, and you breathe with it. Eyes begin to close, heads tuck down. Even the young ones stop calling. Above, the stars glow brighter. The sky deepens into a black so wide it swallows the horizon. But here, in the center of it all, there is only warmth. You sigh once, deeply, and close your eyes. You do not think of the sea, or the ice, or the fish. Not now. Now there is only this, the warmth of others, the hush of feathers, the faint rise and fall of bodies, asleep all around you. And in that rhythm, you too begin to drift. The sun is gone now, swallowed by the edge of the ice. What remains is a soft violet glow, spread thin across the snowy plain. The world is quieting, folding in on itself like a blanket. Around you, the colony begins its nightly ritual. You stay near the outer ring as the penguins gather again. No signal, no command, just a shared understanding. The temperature is falling, and the only shield from the night is each other. They press in, and you do too. Flippers brush gently, feathers rustle, breaths puff into the cold air. The warmth spreads slowly, bodies close, layered like snowdrifts, each adding their bit of heat. You don't speak, no one does. Instead, you listen to the sound of breathing, to the faint clicks and coos of comfort, to the hush of the wind brushing against the huddle's edge. You are near the outside now. The edge turns slowly inward. Those who guard the cold tonight will be sheltered tomorrow. This rhythm, this motion, it is instinct. No one teaches it. You simply know. You press closer, feeling the gentle resistance of bodies beside you. The air between you warms quickly. The cold can't find its way through, not easily. You lower your head, tucking your beak into your chest. The huddle sways. It's not something you think about. It just happens. A small step, a slight shift, a breath. The whole colony moves together in unspoken rotation. Left, in, back, closer. The ice creaks in the distance, but you barely hear it. You are safe here. Every now and then, a young penguin chirps, startled by the closeness, the weight of the dark. An older one shifts slightly, wrapping them in a quiet shelter. The chick quiets. Sleep settles like snow over them all. Above you, stars flicker through the thin clouds. They do not twinkle sharply, but glow softly, calm and watching. You stare upward without moving your head, eyes half closed. You remember other nights, longer, colder, when the stars were the only thing that marked time. But here, in the huddle, time means little. There is no rush, no danger now, only warmth. You breathe in slowly. You feel the rise and fall of others beside you. You feel yourself begin to sway. You're not just one body now. You are part of the whole. You drift. Sleep carries you the way the ocean does, gently, with no beginning or end. You are warm, still, surrounded by thousands and yet entirely alone in the world of dreams. You begin to imagine water. It starts as a ripple, then becomes a current. Your feet lift from the ice, your wings stretch, and you are suddenly underwater again, swimming, floating, with no need to breathe. It is quiet here. The kind of quiet that hums in your ears, soft and steady. The sea is glowing, not from above, but from within. Beneath you, stones glimmer with pale blue light. Jellyfish drift like glowing ghosts. Silverfish dart past your face, unafraid. You twist your body slowly, rolling in a lazy spiral. You are not chasing, you are simply being. In the distance you hear something, not quite a song, more like a memory. It echoes through the water, deep and low. You don't know the words, but it sounds familiar, like something you heard as a chick, curled in a pouch of warmth. You follow it, deeper, past rock arches, past clouds of krill, into a space that doesn't exist in the waking world. Down here, you find stillness. You stop swimming. You hang in the water like a feather in air. The sea holds you, and everything is slow. Time drips like melting ice. Your body is warm, weightless. You close your eyes inside the dream, and then the dream shifts. You're back on the snow, but it is not real snow. It is soft, glowing, floating in patterns. Penguins are there. Some you know, some you don't. Their shapes are outlines, made of light. They don't speak, but you understand. They nod. They turn. They show you the sea again. You follow. You're falling now. Not fast, not frightening. Just floating downward, through stars and sea and feather, until you breathe. Not from lungs, but from your whole body. The huddle returns around you, warmth against your side, a soft pressure near your flipper, the feeling of safety. The dream lingers like mist, just enough to remember, but already fading. You blink your eyes still closed. Somewhere above, the sky is lightening. A faint pale glow in the east, the beginning of day, but you do not rise. Not yet. You breathe with the others. You feel the quiet peace of this moment. You feel the memory of swimming in your feathers. And you know you will wake. You will march again. You will dive. You will eat. You will dream. But for now, you sleep a little longer.